thought, a movement, a breath. Small things that seem like nothing but carry everything. Being alive means taking up space. Being alive means creating space. A decision made without thinking, a moment of stillness, a shift so subtle we don't notice it happening, and yet these are the things that bring life forward, that make the unseen visible, that turn the intangible into something real. We're not separate from what came before, nor from what will come after. We are part of the continuation, shaping and being shaped, creating space simply by existing. Maybe that's why the small things matter, because they are never just small. They are threads in something vast, ripples in something endless. And I'm so grateful for these little things, for this new day in my undefinable life, for the space I take up and the space I create, for the quiet magic of simply being here. I started getting up pretty early again recently. Well, early-ish. For some it might not be that early. For me it is, like at 6 o'clock, also on my free days. Of course I try to get enough sleep to feel well rested. And it helps me so much with my anxiety and with my overall mood. And this isn't about self-improvement or anything like that. For me, it's just to give myself the opportunity, first thing in the morning, to look into the world with wonder and, to feel the magic of the day unfolding. And to me, the magic of the day is especially tangible in the early hours of the day. When we create some space for ourselves and for our well-being. And the first thing I always do is to open up the window and breathe some fresh air. And then I just breathe and just listen to the birds chirping. And when I hear the tram in the background, I just imagine it's the ocean, And then I make myself some hot water with some, lemon or apple cider vinegar to hydrate myself. That's also something I do first thing in the morning. And then I go outside. I'm lucky to have a balcony, and I water some of my plants who need water, especially in the summer. I water all of them. And if you have no balcony, you can just plant some plants on your window ceiling. And for me, it's just such a beautiful ritual that makes me feel very grounded, very connected, and it just really refreshes my mind and sets the foundation for the day, I would say. Normally I'd always wake up and, with just enough time to, get everything ready for my duties. And I would always be in a rush because, we always need to get somewhere, whether it's like work or university or school or kindergarten or whatever. And it's just so good to have that time and space in the morning just to be, just to be there for ourselves, I think. And now I also made it a habit again to write morning pages or to write into my gratitude journal. It depends on my mood. Sometimes it's just good to brain dump, just to get some things out of your system. Sometimes it's just good to focus right away on what we're grateful for. And I just noticed that grounding myself, creating that safe space for myself is just the best strategy against anxiety, because it lets my nervous system know that everything is all right and that, I can take care of myself. I can keep myself safe right here, right now. And because sometimes I, at least, tend to worry about the state of the whole world and Yeah, but I just know that I can't control everything. And also, I don't want to feed into that universal energy of fear. So I also ground myself to attract wholesome, healing energy and, yeah, to spread it into the world in my own personal little realm as much as I can. Yeah. You know, for me, there's just something very calming about daily rituals, habits, routines, because they bring me into this rhythm of life. It's just about rhythm and letting myself know I'm part of the big whole and everything is alright and everything will be fine. So I'm writing right now. It's so weird. I'm filming myself right now. I don't know, there are lots of YouTube videos, maybe tutorials about morning pages. I haven't seen any of them. I just can talk about what I did 25 years ago, almost 25 years ago, when I started writing morning pages. And it was like directly after I finished high school and before I got into media art school, and was like this in-between time where I felt very insecure, very anxious oftentimes because I didn't know where my life would go. And I mean, it's like a big change from high school to university or to whatever working life, what you're doing. And so right in this time, I wrote lots of morning pages, and I really just wrote down everything that just came to my mind. Like literally, when I was feeling like, oh my God, I don't want to do this, I hate this, I just wrote that down. And probably there was lots of cursing on those morning pages, I think, but also lots of inspiration. I would love to read them. I don't know if I kept them. You know, that's just one thing why we never should throw anything like that away. You know, things we think today, from our standpoint today, are mundane or are just boring. Never throw them away, because they're the most precious treasures in the future. They are the most beautiful time capsules. Sometimes I'm not that articulate in English, but I hope you get what I mean. Yeah. I just said yesterday to my friend, my colleague at work, all work, no play makes me a dull girl. And that's just the way it is. And yeah, especially in Germany, we have this work ethic, you know, just work is the most important thing. And yeah, just everyone is very serious about it. But after a while, when things just become like this dull routine, they just lose their... You just lose your spark, you just lose your excitement, your fun, your joy, your playfulness. And what's the point then? Also, and especially with creativity, when things just become dull and routine-like and mechanic, I think it's just time to pause and just to, you know, figure out what are the things we can let go of, and where is actually the block. And oftentimes just changing the setting or, you know, can make a big difference. A friend of mine just made a video where he said that gratitude is a muscle that we can train. And I think that's very true. And by incorporating habits or rituals like morning pages into your everyday life, yeah, by doing it, we just train our gratitude muscle. That's a good thing. And a very important thing, actually. So, yeah, I'm rambling. So, I have a dentist's appointment later. yippee. I'm not looking forward to that. They will drill a hole into my tooth and then put a filling in, because apparently I have like caries or something like that. It doesn't even hurt. Sometimes I ask myself if they just want to earn money. Yeah, but I'm very lucky I live in Germany. I don't have to pay for that myself, like only for some small amounts. So some other thing to be very grateful for. So I made myself some breakfast, something savory, something sweet. The dentist said I have to eat enough because I will be numbed, so I won't be able to eat like some hours after the appointment. Yeah, and I always like to eat something savory and warm first thing. It's just my experience, what's best for me. Yeah, so I eat just oats with oat milk and with butter, some butter and some salt, of course. And then I love to eat some dates with walnuts. Since I'm not going on dates, I'm eating dates, haha. Yeah, and they're very sweet, but they're very healthy. They don't spike the blood sugar, you know. They're, how do you say, low glycemic index. And they have lots of potassium, magnesium, iron, lots of antioxidants, very healthy. And walnuts, and also vitamin B, I think, and stuff like that. And walnuts are also very healthy, so yeah. And it just keeps me satisfied for many, many hours to go. So, yeah. So I'm off to the dentist now. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, I hope I will be able to speak afterwards. And probably I will eat a little bit later. And then I have to work from home. Maybe I will go into my favorite bookstore cafe. Let's just see how my cheek, my tooth will be doing. Super, Dankeschön. Ja. Nicht erschrecken. So they didn't drill, thank God, even though I was looking a little bit forward to it, because, you know, to take that challenge. But, you know, the funny thing is, when I told her that I wouldn't be taking the more expensive version, you know, there's one version that my insurance is paying for, and then there is a more expensive version, and I told her, no, I won't be taking that expensive one, I can't afford it. Then she said, well, okay, then let's just check your tooth, because maybe then that's the old filling, which is kind of eroding, you know, anyway. So then she checked and she said, well, it's still intact. So yeah, so much about, you know, the health system earning money with your body. So I can just cook myself something nice now. So that's the ingredients I found in my kitchen. Some broccoli, some shiitake, mushrooms, yellow old chili, some cherry tomatoes. Let's see what I can make out of this. And some ginger also.
one a delicate paper tangerine rind. Tulip petals on the dresser all come to mind. Soft fawn pink brush and shoulders, page 55.
So I didn't find my gardening gloves, but there is also a good trick. If you have soap, like this, you know, soap block, you can just scratch over the soap block with your nails, and the soap will remain under your fingernails, and so you can just dig into the earth without your nails getting dirty underneath.
Seashells, voices rising, silver wind chimes. Red clay pots lined up in a row. Braiding purple clover in the summertime. Our hands pressed together, breathing light. I feel the glow making. I can see a new flower awaken. Somewhere way past taking.
I will miss of the person the most mundane things. Like I'm obsessed with little things. Maybe I'm crazy, but when I was a little girl, my mom told me that I was always late to school. One day she followed me to see why. I was looking at chestnuts falling from the trees, rolling on the sidewalk, or ants crossing the road, the way a leaf casts a shadow on a tree trunk. Little things. I think it's the same with people. I see in them little details, so specific to each of them, that move me and that I miss and will always miss. You can never replace anyone because everyone is made of such beautiful, specific details.
Strand.
Wir sind von der Insel und die Gurken und Tomaten sind von der Insel. Selbst gepflückte Orange.